mean you get it right at the right time, which is to observe the contact prayer, 5 contact prayers with God during the day, at different times. The sun's movement, or the earth's movement, or the sun's movement, I don't know. But and the sun's position during the day. There's a dawn prayer, there's a noon prayer, there's afternoon prayer, there's a sunset prayer, and there's a night prayer. And you should meditate, and we're told to meditate during the night. And meditation is something that you do to get closer to God and to incurred it. Not credit, but to gain credit. Salah is supposed to be easy. God wishes to lighten your burden. God wishes to redeem you. That's what the Quran tells us. Prophet Muhammad was sent to lighten the burden, not to burdeners. It's extraneous and painful and suffering, where people take the religion as a social occasion. They go to pilgrimage to Makkah and Medina, and they'll race towards fulfilling the obligations. Whilst they're there, they'll do more than necessary. They'll do like 20 du'as or something like that, or 20 sets of du'as, or even du'as throughout the day, or they'll fast, or they'll pray all their prayers at the Masjid al-Haram, or they'll read extraneous amounts of the Quran, and which is so. But it's just a social occasion, because when they return to their homes, they cannot fulfill their obligations, nor can they devote the worship to God alone. Because I think when the Makkah Surahs were revealed, everyone was aware of how to pray the Salah, and they had a Qibla, which was Jerusalem, I think it was at the time, or was it Makkah? And then when they went to Medina, things changed, which meant they didn't know which direction to face the Qibla, and things like that. And they weren't sure as they were whilst they were in Makkah. I think that's my own explanation of things, because as you see, a lot of the aspects of Salah have been changed and innovated and don't reach God because it's secularized. The Quran tells us one of the children of Israel has bore witness about this phenomena. And this phenomena, which the children of Israel, one of the children of Israel bore witness, was called 19. His name was Rabbi Judah in the 12th century, who admonished the French Jews for adding verses to a prayer, which he said was secularized a prayer because it's a great mystery, a mystical harmony, and divinely codified words, where there are sets of 19s. And if you add verses or omit verses, then it loses that mystical harmony. So anything that was omitted from the prayer or added to the prayer secularizes the prayer. Anyway, my father is a believer, but he says, I don't want to become a kafir, a disbeliever. Now, believer and disbeliever have many meanings. A believer in the unseen, an observer of the seen. A disbeliever is one who the devil's company, who cannot believe in the messengers and the prophets that God sends, and who disbelieve in the last day, who disbelieve in God. Whereas those who believe, the angels descend upon them. No shall he fear, nor shall he grieve. Rejoice in the news that paradise has been reserved for you. Now, there's two kinds of believers and disbelievers. What my dad is afraid of is a different kind of disbelief to the disbelief that I'm pointing out to you. And inshallah. Because I read a verse in the Quran, because I welcomed my wife and I said to him, my God forgive his sins. And a verse in the Quran I read, the next night I read the Quran, and then other verse in the Quran I read, the prayer for forgiveness for the believers. So that's what really showed me that my father is a believer rather than a disbeliever. But I'm just saying to you, like, my wife's back. She hasn't performed many salahs since she's been back, and it's a shame because the retribution of the hereafter, hell, is very severe, and these people who cannot pray the salahs because they're so burdened by extra arguments about what they have to do, how they're supposed to do it. My father is very strict in his prayer, in his outlook towards salah and devotion. I didn't see anyone as strict as my father in Arabia, in the adherence to Sunnism as much as him. But how do you explain to them that the Quran was not a product of Ashabs who memorized the Quran on hearsay? Because there's countless hadith for one. How do you know? How do you distinguish Quran from hadith? And the Quran pinpoints فَبِأَيِّ حَدِيثٍ بَعْدَمَا يُؤْمِنُونَ. Which hadith other than this will you believe? And the hadith is Quran. Whereas all these fabrications that they attribute to the Prophet are lies and blasphemies, and lead you astray, lead you away from God. And I'll leave it there because I only have 15 minutes of fame.